Oh, wick. Oh, wick. Come on, go on, go on, go on. It gave me a power boost and nearly went off the road then. That's actually a bit weird in number 5. Meow. Oh. Yeah, it's actually quite good at number 4 because it's not. Go. This is the problem. There we go. There we go. Oh, there you go. Yeah, this is the one, isn't it? It's come loose again then. I don't think I've got one big enough for that. I can just feel it kind of. It just doesn't clunk kind of smoothly, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm pretty sure none of these are big enough. Nah. Nah, that's just take it back. I can't ride like that. Yeah, as I say, it was alright, and then just as you put in the pedal down, you can kind of feel it clunking out, and it's just gone a bit fucking wobbly again. Obviously, if I keep riding it like that, it's going to fuck the thread up. Oh, never mind. You're right. I'll just stop here and check it. Yeah, it is. Right. Have the tool. I don't know why this just keeps coming undone like this. It's not very good. As soon as I'm pedalling, it's unscrewing itself. I think that's the one, that one I got round again. Let's try that again. Right. Try again. Hat on the floor there. Right. Thank you. Well, it's not great that a pedal arm bolt keeps coming loose, but that's only going to be a bigger problem here in the UK. As soon as we get back over to Albania, I'll be connecting the throttle up anyway, so it's it won't be too bad. Just over here, I've got to keep pedalling, even if it's only ghost pedaling, as I heard someone else call it. It's a good name for it. Not real. It still shouldn't come unwound like that. It just needs some, maybe needs some Loctite in it. C to C, Route 7, cycle Route 72. Yeah, this is the starting part of the C to C cycle route. Well, I mean, people do it walking as well, and it goes from Whitehaven over to, I think it might be Whitley Bay. Alright, thank you. Which is the east coast. We're on the west coast, just below the Scottish border, and the C to C leads over to the east coast. I'll put some text up to say exactly where it goes to. It's a very popular route for walkers and hikers. People write books about it and all sorts. Maybe very scenic. I did look on the map. I think this might be my house road that I've just gone under now, which means that I'm kind of out of the town now. Yeah, I was going to put my thin summer motorbike gloves on that I found up in the attic. I wish I had now, man. I was feeling a bit cold. That sounds really wussy, I know. This is really nice, though. This is. I've seen it on the map a few times, but I thought about having a walk up here, but it's a gradual slope upwards, so I'll go back up as one before that is. That's how filming these starts to complain. I'm still putting some effort in, honest. Oh, your pedal arm seems to be staying on there for now. Oh, here we go. Which side of the road are you going to ride on? Are we going UK or foreign? You're right. That's if we're a bit undecided which side of the... Well, you just overtook that guy, to be fair, so... I like the little palm rests on these. I've never had one on a bike before. It's surprising. That extra bit of width just makes it nice and comfortable. The saddle's really comfortable with these big fat tyres. It is a really comfortable bike to ride. I suppose I should get into stuff like that, really. I'll have a little walk around later when I'm back home. But despite the issue I have with the pedal arm, crank arm, whatever you want to call it, coming loose. The tool I used earlier was borrowed it off my landlord mechanic, and I've got one coming from the Jungle website today, as they call it, and so I'll be able to keep that in my toolkit. But honestly, I love this bike, it's fantastic. Like, you know, it's unfortunate that there's that little issue, but I'm sure we'll get it sorted out at some point. Guys, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good manners go a long way. Got a lot of apples off that tree there. Yeah, it's great, really comfortable. I tend to leave it in 5th gear on here, save me having to keep changing it, because I can kind of pull away in 5th. If I leave it in 7th, because it's got the cadence sensor, you know, it takes a bit of getting moving. So I like to leave it in 5th gear, and it's surprising. After our time whizzing around over in Albania on the electric bikes with a throttle, and we were doing like 15, 20 mile everywhere. When I first got this, I did connect the throttle up. So I've got the throttle on here, but it's disconnected where it joins the battery. But I did connect it up, and I did unlock the speed limits on it, and it's because some long private driveway down just nearby my house, so I gave it a test down there. Oh, yeah. Right, I've got your fence up. And so I did. My first little bit of riding on it was up and down the road, and you could feel yourself hitting the speed limiter, which it kind of, you know, you just feel it stopped giving you power, and it didn't feel great. So I tried it all unlocked, and then the support team were very good at sending me the information on how to do a factory reset on it, so we just put everything right. I did change it back to mile an hour on it, because it's just what I'm used to. And so now it's, you know, the throttle is now disconnected where it leads into the battery, so it's, you know, you've got to take the battery off and take a panel off it to actually connect it back up again, so it's not something you can quickly do. The speed's all reset, and I've been quite happy pottering along at 10-15 mile an hour. Right. Yeah, so I'm not. It's quite a nice, relaxed kind of speed. This is. But so yeah, back to the bike. Yeah, it's a statement. White with the orange pattern on it, and the black wheels and mudguards and shocks and stuff, and it looks good. I bought the accessories myself for it. It came with a rack as well. I think the rack was actually already on this one. On Daniel's we had to put the rack on, but this, what I had to put on was handlebars, saddle and front wheel, and that was it then. It was pretty much mostly assembled. Yeah, so the rack on it is really good. I bought a bag again from the same website to go on the back of that. It's got a couple of fold out panniers, but it's great for chucking the useful things like tools in it. This thing on the front is actually a dog carrier. It's got like a little drawstring, and you can put it up around your dog's neck to put it a bit secure to keep it dry if it's raining. But in Albania, with those couple of bikes we rented, they got like a metal cage type of basket on the front, and it's great. Sort of pop into a shop, grab a few bits and just drop it in the bag on the front and bring it back. And so that's entirely the reason why I bought that. So that when I'm back over there, I can just pop down, get a bit of shopping, stick it in there. We're driving over in my van, but we won't use it once we're over there. I think I recognise this road. It is the road that I come across just as you're heading into Clutamore. I didn't echo as much as I thought it was going to. That was just. Nip out and have a look at Clutamore. that's a very smart looking Kia there. EVA registration, they love their electric vehicle. Mind you, I love my electric vehicle too. Ecclesmore's not such a bad place. Let's go up this way a bit. Oh my god, come on please. Kick in, kick in. There we go. Put my lights on as well now, as soon as I'm on the road. Don't really like riding on the road, are they? You know, British roads are not designed for cyclists, so you end up being essentially an obstruction to the traffic, which I don't enjoy being, you know. Last thing I want is to be holding people up. Some cyclists seem to enjoy it, but as someone who's been a professional driver for a lot of their life, I know how frustrating it can be. And everyone's got the right to use the roads, but you know, have some courtesy for fellow road users, and that doesn't matter whether you're the one in the car or whether you're the one on a bicycle. You know, see them riding three abreast, and they've just got a queue of traffic behind them. This is the furthest I've been. You know, I haven't been out on the pedal bike, and so it is nice to have this. It's due to my level of fitness and my knees. You know, I wouldn't be able to get out without would. Oh, alright, I'll go up on the pavement too a bit. Yeah, staying here for a minute. Cars parked both sides of the road there. There's no one keeping out people coming out the houses. Which way do I go? I'll turn up towards Cockermouth on the touristy tour. Oh God, we've gone again. Come on, come on. I'm not sure if I can pick up the cycle path again or not, but it leads, turning up this way leads to Arlington, well, Fizzington, Arlington, Rower, what was the other one? Anyway. So this is the road that I mentioned earlier, which is the Cleatormore to Cockermouth Road. I've just noticed that my battery is down to 2 now. So I think it's probably best if I turn around. That's a beautiful view now. A bit cloudy, but you can still see quite well. I love that house just up there, just sort of on its own, half over the hillside. And we've actually got trees on these, you know. You don't know how nice that is to see the pine trees and the deciduous bits of forest, woodland and forest on these, because a lot of the bigger fells back that way in the distance, shrouded in fog, there's nothing on them, they're a bit barren. I like my mountains and hills to have some life. Right, let's get going. You know what, I'm going to have to turn my power assist setting down a couple of notches, I think, but I'm going downhill. Slow here. I can roll and don't know what that was then. Pedals starting to creak a little bit. Right, the Little Arms. It's a pub for T-Rexes. You know, because I've got little arms. Oh no, knock it up one, go on. It's because I put my lights on, that's why the battery's gone down so fast. It's not because I've been lazy. Even getting out of breath now because I've got to do some pedalling. Now where do I go to get back on here now? I think there. There's no sign, is there? You'd think there'd be a signpost. Yeah, because there's the bridge over the road that I came under, and there we go, here's a little EV. I don't know how many miles I've done, 17.1 miles in total. Well, I did a reset on this, so I'll turn my lights off now. Oh no, I'll leave on. Yeah, so that's showing I've done 17.2 miles. It doesn't feel like I've done that much. In total, that is. That isn't just today. That'll be yesterday as well, and whatever. Anyways, so that's not too bad, really. You know, I've added in power assist 4 and 5 for pretty much all of that, and still, you know, today's ride so far still really comfortable. I've only got, you know, skinny bum, well, relatively. I haven't got much padding, and it's still really comfortable. The bikes we rented in Albania, after a while, you kind of need to like stand up for a little bit because they weren't the most comfortable saddles. They're pretty good, but so yeah, I'm in third gear, power assist level 2, so I should be able to conserve my battery a fair amount on the way back now. Thank you. She's fine, don't worry. I'm more interested in the other dog than they were me. Got a very autumnal feel to it, as you see a lot of the leaves are turning, and I think just the smell of a wood fire in the distance coming from someone's little cottage or farmhouse is lovely. Well, the pedal arm's doing alright now, it doesn't come loose again. I can give Malcolm his tool back when I get back, and mine will turn up at some point this afternoon. Gentleman out for a walk. Oh, I like his stick. I've got my gears just. Thank you. And my gears just seems like it's slipped between the gears. That's the first thing I've noticed with it, really. I've not had, it hasn't felt like the gears weren't adjusted properly. They've all been absolutely great. Yeah. This is me having to do some work. And bumped all over the place in the process. So I've just changed it up to 4th gear, and it hasn't changed. So I think when I put in 3rd earlier, when it clunked again, it might have actually, let's try it again. Okay. See, I've done it 3 gears now, it's only just changed. I can't see what gear I'm in. No, I'm going to crash. That's how we're doing. Trip 11.2 mile. Really? Well, again, that wasn't reset. Yeah, I'm a bit confused by the readouts I'm getting on there. Getting closer again now. This is actually, I'm not doing too bad with the power assist 2. Apparently it's giving me 19 watts of power. And so I'm pottering along at 12.5 mile an hour. Basically on my own. I mean, the way to test that is if I just turn it completely off. And yeah. There you go, guy's still in the middle. Oh, he's got a bike. Yeah. Yeah, so that was nice. Yeah, it's telling me a little bit about that. Yeah, this was an old railway, and he went up to Rower, and he said there was a kind of a junction of a few different lines that went off in different areas. It's great just stopping and talking to people. That's one thing I will, say. People in this area, absolutely fantastic, and I've had some, wandering around the town, and people just stop and talk to you, and have some lovely conversations with people. I was talking before about people being in a rush, and I said it is a bit more laid back here and stuff, but people up here in Cumbria have got so much more time to stop and chat with how much this cost. It's certainly not a massively expensive bike. I mean, what was it? I can't remember where this fuck. I'll wait till I've gone over all the routes. 587 or 687? I honestly can't remember, but for the money, brilliant. And this kind of thing, as I've heard other people say, my age, I lost my job, my mental health's been really bad, and just being able to get out and just come and have a ride, getting out and getting some fresh air. I've done a lot of walking around the town and stuff like that, and you can only do that so many times, can't you? So being able to get out and have a ride like this and get some exercise, get some fresh air, meet a really nice guy like that and have a chat, it makes a massive difference. Otherwise it's just been, I could feel myself getting, what they call stir crazy. Sat at home, and I said to Daniel, I said, I'll go out for a ride, and he wants to get his room sorted out and tidied, which is fair enough, so I thought that's fine, I'll just come out myself, because I really didn't want to be just knocking about around the house again. Oh, roots! This power assist 0, and like the guy said, it does seem to be gradually downhill all the way. To be honest, I didn't notice, obviously, because I got the battery assist on. I didn't really notice that it was gradually sloping upwards all the way, but this is but yeah, I'm not having to put too much effort in sort of riding down here at the moment. Creaking a little bit there, let's just double check that. Oh, no, it's solid, that's alright. Oh, nice. Oh, that is the only thing. I've put that bag on the back rack, and it's slightly higher than the saddle, so I've got to kind of swing my leg over it a bit high, because the saddle being 6'4", I've got to have the saddle up at a decent height so that my legs are pedalling in the right position, but it just means it's a hell of a swing to get my leg over. Oh yeah, it's doing me good this year. Just need another little bit of boost. I feel it a bit in my legs, but it's not paining my knees. It's just, you know, the feeling that you get when you actually use some muscles. One out the horse book. Come to the end of this bit. Yeah, I seem to have just clumped up a gear again. It must be just slightly out. Let's rock it back down when I go. There we go. It's not noticeable. My other mountain bike has a very noticeable kind of grinding sound when it wasn't. Yeah. Feel the burn. Missed the steps? No. That would be not a good idea. Get my knee down on the bends. I'm coming. No, it's clear. Ooh, that's a bit tight, that one. Pavement narrows a bit. Lights okay on this, huh? It's not that dark anyway. Good. These nettles could do with a bit of a trim. You move over, let people past them. Yeah, I think your legs stung a little bit. Oh yeah, the car's coming out of here. Where are we going, are we? Yeah, don't bother indicating, will you? So yeah, I thought I'd pop out and do a quick little ending commentary on the state of my bike. I can't really get it out of it, as you can see. I'm a bit blocked in, and there's my van down the end having a couple of new tyres put on the front of it, on the back of it. Oh, I did put the ones on the front. So anyway, here we go, going off track again. So basically, to summarise, it's a really good bike, you know. Despite a little bit of teething troubles and maybe this just being maybe a touch out of line, it's not too bad that it causes any problems. But overall, fantastic bike, absolutely love it. As I said before, the big fat chunky tyres on it really add to the suspension. Little touches like that being a brake light as well. Yeah, it's even the reflectors on it or something. I don't know, it wouldn't be something I put on myself, but they look nice. Adds a bit more orange to it. This is the rack the bag that I bought for it, because the rack is a nice big sturdy rack. That is on there. If I just quickly unzip these, you can see they actually fold out into panniers like that, which I didn't realise was on this one. So anyway, back to what actually came with the bike. Saddle. Look at that. Properly comfortable, that is. So I've put a couple of extra bits on it myself, like the camera mount, even though I haven't really used it. a little bell, my dog basket. All in all, very good. Yeah, just stopped recording because me now came walking past now. I didn't want to look like a complete lunatic, just stood in the yard talking to myself, even though that's exactly what I am. So, quick look. Daniel's bike, I can't really see too much in the light. Got him the same bag to go on there. Yeah, it's a bit dark down here, but he's got like the step through, thinner wheels, bit more upright handlebars, nice got a bit of tan accent on it. But yeah, we'll do a better review of Daniel's bike another day. But yeah, so overall, big 5-star review for this. I need to charge the battery up again, so next time round I'll double check. Now I've had the battery off, so I'm going to turn it back on. No, because I've turned it off. We'll see what I've got on here. 21.7 miles, 14.2 trip. So yeah, I think what I'll have to do is figure out how to reset the trip meter, and then I can do a bit of a better gauge as to how far I can actually get on one charge. I'm quite impressed with it, really, for how far I went, really, with all the potted about. And as I say, most of it was in sort of relatively high power levels. It was doing all the work, and so considering if that's, yeah, say if that's 17.5 mile or whatever it was is accurate, I'm happy with that. I mean, generally speaking, I won't be doing that kind of distance normally, but it's good to know that you can do it. So yeah, I think that'll do for this video. I think I've waffled on quite enough, but yeah, overall very pleased with the bike, and I look forward to getting a bit more use out of it. And I'll finish this one. I can maybe get on with editing part 2 of the holiday video instead of getting sidetracked and doing other stuff. That'll get done eventually. So talk to you soon anyway. Bye bye.